Rules for chanting the holy name, precautions to take while chanting the holy name. First, do not rush through the chanting. When we are chanting the name or a mantra, there should be no hurry. It should not be so rushed that you can't even see or register the name or mantra in your mind. Whether you are chanting Radha or any name or mantra of the Lord, look at it, write each word and syllable in your mind. As you chant, the name should start appearing before you. Chant while visualizing the holy name in your mind. You will begin to feel a thrill, and even be moved to tears. Secondly, if you keep chanting without actually listening to the holy name, your mind will start wandering. The mind does not accept such chanting. Some think quickly rotating the mala, rosary, or increasing the count on a counter will bring great results, but this kind of rushed practice is not beneficial. One should not develop the habit of chanting in haste. When the practice becomes firm, then even in a noisy environment, one can remain absorbed in the name. By slowly and attentively chanting, while seeing and hearing each holy name, you will begin to see the name or mantra appear before you, even amidst loud noise. Wherever your gaze falls, there will be only the holy name, nothing but the holy name. Third, don't focus only on completing the count when chanting. The practice of counting beads is advised mainly for new seekers, as they often cannot chant continuously like great saints. Their minds are restless, so they are told to at least commit to a set number, say 11 or 21 rounds of the beads. But the process of bringing the mind under control does not depend on counting. The mind cannot be subdued merely by numbers, it just passes the time. Once the rounds are completed, the mala is put aside, and the person drifts back into worldly distractions. The mind will desire something else, keep thinking about something else, and wander in other directions. The beads may keep moving quickly, even the scrolling on the phone might be going on alongside. But if the holy name is chanted properly, while listening to it and mentally writing it, then the name holds the power to surely bring the mind under control. Fourth, when the mind doesn't focus during mantra chanting, chant the holy name instead. It is essential to bring the holy name being chanted under the supervision of the mind, to watch it with the eyes of the mind, to keep an eye on it. If your attention slips even slightly, you won't even realize how many names passed while the mind wandered elsewhere. If your mind is not keeping watch and is drifting, then at such a time, don't chant the mantra silently. Instead, chant the holy name loudly. Pull the mind back by chanting the name out loud, because mantras are not meant to be spoken aloud, they are to be recited internally. Fifth, singing or humming the holy name in various tunes. A mind influenced by passion, activity and desire tends to move towards sensual pleasures. Just as poison is neutralized with an antidote derived from poison, you can trap your mind by singing the holy name in a melody or tune. Then even if the mind wants to leave the name, it won't be able to. If there's a particular melody or sound you're very fond of, start humming the name within that tune. Without even realizing it, you'll find yourself humming the holy name all day long in that tune. Sixth, keep the image of your Guru and the Lord close. Chant the holy name while keeping the image of your Guru or the Lord close to you. Even while doing your daily tasks, keep your Lord with you in your heart. For example, if you're going for a walk, say to the Lord, "Let's go for a walk in the forest together." Then visualize that the Lord is walking right beside you. By repeatedly doing this, one day, you will truly begin to hear the sweet sound of His ornaments. There is no difference between the Guru and the Lord. The shortcoming lies within us. We are able to perceive divinity in the Lord's sacred idol, but we tend to see our Guru as just an ordinary human being. The Guru is the Lord Himself in a visible form, but our ego doesn't allow us to regard Him as anything more than a normal person. We think, He eats like us, dresses like us. The very Lord we wish to attain has taken a form that we can understand and relate to, yet we fail to develop this feeling toward our Guru. Keep looking at the form of the Lord and the Guru repeatedly while chanting the holy name. This will bring your mind under your control. The Lord is observing your efforts, that you are trying again and again to focus your mind on Him, and it won't be your practice alone, but His compassion and grace that will ultimately bring your mind under your command.